Hey there, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk. I'm your host, Josh Bell, and today we're continuing our whimsical ride into Wes Anderson's Wonderland, this time with the 2001 film, The Royal Tenenbaums. The Royal Tenenbaums is like a beautiful tapestry that weaves together the lives of the zany Tenenbaum family. Picture this, Royal Tenenbaum, played by Gene Hackman, is the dad who's been MIA for a while, but now he's making a grand comeback. And trust me, it's a comeback with a twist. So join us today as we dive into this wonderful film and take a look at all its quirkiness. Now, The Royal Tenenbaums is basically a family drama that's as offbeat as it is heartwarming. The story unfolds around the Tenenbaum family, who are all prodigies in their own quirky ways. You've got Royal, who's been away for a while but decides it's time to play dad again, and he even claims he's got a terminal illness. Now let's meet the kids. There's Chaz, played by Ben Stiller, the financial wizard with a side of paranoia. Margot, played by Gwyneth Paltrow, the playwright with a penchant for secrets. And Richie, played by Luke Wilson, the former tennis hotshot. The film takes us on a ride through their complex relationships, their messy past, and their wild attempts to find happiness, each in their own weird and wonderful way. Royal's big return home sets off a series of events that lead to a showdown, makeup, and jaw-dropping revelations as the Tenenbaums navigate their unique brand of family drama. They realize that forgiveness, redemption, and love can be found in even the quirkiest of places. The Royal Tenenbaums is like a work of art painted with family, eccentricity, and redemption, all wrapped up in that classic Wes Anderson style that's both heartwarming and brain-tickling. Now let's talk about how The Royal Tenenbaums looks, because this film isn't just a story, it's a visual feast. And it's all thanks to the one and only Wes Anderson and his knack for creating worlds that are just as unique as the characters living in them. Wes Anderson is like the maestro of symmetry, and in The Royal Tenenbaums he conducts a symphony of perfectly balanced frames. It's like every shot is meticulously composed to create a sense of harmony that's the complete opposite of the Tenenbaums' chaotic lives. This symmetrical magic not only adds to the film's quirky charm, but also serves a practical purpose. Getting ready to be dazzled by the colors in this film, each scene is a rainbow, and the characters' outfits are color coordinated in a way that makes the family feel like a united front, even in the midst of their wild lives. The sets in this film are like works of art themselves. The Tenenbaum house, Margot's playwriting lair, and every other nook and cranny are carefully designed to reflect the personalities of the character. It's like they're stepping into a fantastical world where even the tiniest details have meaning. The Royal Tenenbaums takes you on a trip down memory lane. Even though it's set in the present, the film does this by sprinkling in vintage elements like old school clothes, props, and tech. It's like a love letter to the past that feels both familiar and slightly unreal, adding to its timeless vibe. In a nutshell, the film's aesthetics aren't just for show. As we're starting to notice, they're an integral part of Wes Anderson's storytelling that add depth to the characters and give the narrative an extra dash of whimsy. Wes Anderson's eagle eye for detail and his commitment to creating a unique visual language make this a visual delight for us in the cinematic world. Next up are the tunes in Royal Tenenbaums, because the score is just as quirky and enchanting as the film itself. Again, Mark Mothersbaugh, the longtime collaborator of Wes Anderson, brings the music to us like icing on the cake that sets the mood and deepens the journey. The score is this fantastic blend of playful and melancholic notes, much like the film's characters and stories. It captures the quirkiness of the family while also diving into the hidden sadness that is part of all their lives. Back and forth between these emotions is all thanks to Mothersbaugh's musical wizardry. The music in the film is all about the characters. It gives each member of the family their own theme and their own vibe, which adds depth to the personalities and tugs at our heartstrings. It's like the music becomes a character itself, revealing the inner thoughts and emotions of the protagonists. The score has a touch of nostalgia that matches the film's visual aesthetics and enhances the themes of longing, family, and missed opportunities. It's like the music itself is yearning for a past that's forever out of reach, mirroring the characters' struggles. And as we expect from a Wes Anderson film, the score features some quirky instruments, like the harpsichord and the glockenspiel. These offbeat choices add to the unique charm and emphasize the weird and wonderful sense of humor. Mark Mothersbaugh's score in this film doesn't just sit in the background, it's as usual a key player in creating the unique atmosphere. And the Royal Tenenbaums isn't just about quirky characters and whimsical storytelling, it's got layers of themes that'll make you ponder life. Here are some of the big ideas that the film dives into. At its core, the film is a deep dive into family craziness and the chance for a family reunion. The Tenenbaum crew is a bundle of genius, but also a heap of trouble. The movie peeks into the complexity of family dynamics, old wounds, and the potential for healing and forgiveness. It's all about showing that no matter how busted up a family might be, there's room for redemption and reconnection. The characters in the Royal Tenenbaums all start off as young geniuses, but hit a roadblock along the way. Chaz, Margot, and Richie have all struggled to keep up their early promise. The film takes a long, hard look at the idea that even when life throws you a curveball, there's always a chance to rediscover your potential and find your purpose. Margot's secret playwriting and Richie's artistic quests are symbols of creative expression. Their art reflects the film's exploration of how art and creativity can be a way to cope, heal, and connect with the world. Many characters in the film grapple with deep-seated loneliness and isolation. Whether it's Margot's hidden life, Richie's self-imposed exile, or Chaz's protective instincts, the movie puts a spotlight on the walls we build to shield ourselves from being vulnerable. It's a poignant reminder of our need for connection and understanding. The film celebrates being unique and unusual. The Tenenbaums and the other characters in the story are like outsiders in their own right. Their quirks and peculiarities aren't just accepted, they're embraced. The film reminds us it's more than okay to stand out and proudly embrace your individuality. This is what makes The Tenenbaums more than just a film. It's a deep dive into human experience with all its complexities. It's a testament to the storytelling depth of Wes Anderson and connects the audience on multiple levels. The film boasts a standout ensemble cast and a talented team behind the scenes, all of whom play a significant role in making the film a success. Gene Hackman shines as Royal Tenenbaum, the charismatic yet deeply flawed family patriarch. His performance is a masterclass in character acting, blending humor and heart. Angelica Houston brings depth and weight to Ethelene Tenenbaum, the family matriarch. Her portrayal anchors the film emotionally. Ben Stiller tackles the role of Chaz Tenenbaum, the financially astute but paranoid family member. Stiller captures Chaz's neurotic quirks and his love for his kids. Gwyneth Paltrow takes on the enigmatic Margot Tenenbaum, an accomplished playwright with secrets. Her performance oozes with mystery and longing. Luke Wilson as Richie Tenenbaum, the former tennis prodigy grappling with unrequited love. Wilson captures the complex emotions and his journey of self-discovery. Owen Wilson as Eli Cash, a close friend of the Tenenbaums, adding an eccentric touch to the story. Bill Murray, as usual, joins the party as Raleigh St. Clair, Margot's husband. His deadpan humor and nuanced performance add depth to the character. Danny Glover then steps in as Henry Sherman, Etheline's new suitor, representing stability in the Tenenbaum family dynamics. Behind the scenes, as always, the vision of director Wes Anderson is palpable throughout the film. He brings his unique style and storytelling to life. Co-writer Owen Wilson complements Anderson's vision, helping to craft the quirky and heartfelt narrative. Mark Mothersbaugh's score, as mentioned earlier, sets the tone for the film, adding emotional depth. Cinematographer Robert D. Yeoman captures the visual richness and symmetry, contributing to the film's aesthetic. And editor David Moritz keeps the narrative flowing seamlessly, maintaining the balance between humor and heartfelt moments. The collaboration between the cast and the crew in the film is evident in every frame, creating a cinematic experience that's both delightful and moving. It's a testament to teamwork and Wes Anderson's visionary direction, resulting in a film celebrated for its unique charm and depth. While The Royal Tenenbaums is hailed as a beloved classic, like any film, it has its idiosyncrasies. These quirks, however, are part of its characters and charm. Wes Anderson's films are known for their offbeat characters and unique storytelling, and The Royal Tenenbaums is no exception. Some viewers may find its eccentricity a bit overwhelming, especially if they prefer more straightforward narratives. The deliberate pacing might not suit everyone's taste. Some scenes might feel a tad slow, and the non-linear storytelling occasionally leads to a sense of narrative disarray. While the primary Tenenbaum family members are richly developed, some supporting characters like Eli Cash and Raleigh St. Clair remain somewhat one-dimensional in comparison. And the film delves into the profound themes that we discussed, like family dysfunction and reconciliation, which might not resonate with everyone in the same way. Some viewers might find the exploration of these themes emotionally weighty. And the film's quirks, while enduring to many, can be a barrier for those who prefer more straightforward storytelling. The whimsical and surreal elements might make it a challenge for some viewers to fully connect with the characters and their journeys. It's important to note that these perceived shortcomings often come down to personal preferences. Wes Anderson's films cater to a specific audience that appreciate this distinctive storytelling style. While some might view these elements as limitations, others consider them part of the film's charm and artistic authenticity. Ultimately, The Royal Tenenbaums is considered a cinematic gem, and these minor issues don't overshadow its many strengths or its impact on the dedicated fan base. Now for my favorite part, let's uncover some captivating trivia about the Royal Tenenbaums. The film's title, The Royal Tenenbaums, is a tip of the hat to J.D. Salinger's short story Seymour, an introduction. Wes Anderson, an avid Salinger fan, drew inspiration from the renowned author for the film's title. The movie primarily unfolded against the backdrop of New York City. The city's unique architecture and urban landscapes played a substantial role in shaping the film's visually rich aesthetic. Luke Wilson's character Richie is depicted as an artist creating unique and abstract works. The art featured in the film was crafted by renowned artist and illustrator Miguel Calderon, adding a layer of authenticity to Richie's character. The character of Mordecai, Royal's pet hawk, was a real-life avian actor, not a CGI creation. The feathered actor was specially trained for its scenes in the film. Wes Anderson himself makes a fleeting appearance in this film as a medical student in the morgue, alongside his frequent collaborator and co-writer Owen Wilson, who plays the fellow medical student. The exterior of the Tenenbaum family's house is actually Wes Anderson's real childhood home in Houston, Texas. This personal touch adds an extra layer of authenticity to the film's settings. The film's eclectic soundtrack features classic tunes, including tracks from the Rolling Stones, The Clash, and Nico. These musical choices contribute to the film's distinctive atmosphere. The mysterious plays created by Margot in the film are adaptations of real plays written by playwright and filmmaker Wallace Shawn. Eli Cash, played by Owen Wilson, is an author in the film. The text of his novel, Old Custer, is actually passages from a published Western novel titled War Party. These tidbits add layers to the understanding of the Royal Tenenbaums and showcase Wes Anderson's amazing attention to detail that him and his team bring to all their films. They also highlight the film's connections to literature, art, and real-life locations, enriching the viewing experience for fans and cinephiles like me. So in this episode, we took a whimsical journey into the extraordinary world of Wes Anderson's The Royal Tenenbaums. We explored the quirky characters, the distinctive aesthetics that make it a classic, and the touching score that adds the depth to the narrative. We also chatted about the incredibly talented cast and crew who brought this gem to life and shared some fascinating trivia about its creation. Now, while the film has its quirks and pacing moments, it's a film that resonates with many. On our movie scale here, I rate The Royal Tenenbaums a solid 7.5 out of 10, a testament to its unique charm and depth. And as always, remember that you can reach us at therealrealtalk@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at RealRealTalkPod and find us on Instagram at RealRealTalk. We'll keep the cinematic insights coming. Stay tuned for more. And speaking of what's coming next, in our next episode, we'll be delving into the whimsical and visually stunning world of Wes Anderson's The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Thank you for joining us on this cinematic adventure. Until next time, keep watching, keep loving, and keep those reels rolling.